You've made the link?
Yes, I sent it to
Okay, let
you.
me just, oh, you sent it to me?
Yep, I emailed it to you.
Oh, to me or PTO?
No, to you.
Delightful, thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Happy last day of winter. Hopefully no more snow. We will start with the Principals Roundtable. We have Melissa Van Reyes with us here today. Maybe I'll just pass it over to you. And we did unmute. I did unmute. Very good.
Great. Just go. Ready? Okay, so I'm presenting, right, for Mr. Tennant. I'm the supervisor of early childhood. So we had Read Across America Week and SEL Day here at Faber last week. The staff and students participated in a door decorating contest. Each door that was decorated had a character that represented the personality of the class. They were really amazing. If you walk through the hall, you see how creative and artistic our teachers are, even the nurse too. Like amazing. But the first place winner was Mrs. Boudreau with the Wizard of Oz scene. Second place was Mrs. DeVito with Rainbow Fish, very 3D. It was beautiful. And third place was Mrs. Bossy with If You Give a Pig a Pancake. So congratulated the winners. Our aquaponics club presented at Rutgers University at the Climate Change Summit at Rutgers University. They presented on our aquaponics and hydroponics systems. Our aquaponics students, Mrs. Gunther and Mrs. Higgins, saw the facility and they saw other schools' presentations. They walked away with a better understanding of climate change through a variety of activities and sessions that took part during the day. Our NJ SLA testing is approaching, not too close yet, but it's coming up in May for our 3rd through 5th graders. We have the testing schedule, so it's May 12th through the 14th for grades 3, 4, and 5. First Tuesday and Wednesday is ELA. Reading for 150 minutes, writing for 90 minutes. Thursday and Friday are math. First day 75 minutes, and Friday 75 minutes as well. The following week of May 19th is the grade 5 science spring testing. So that will be Tuesday on the 19th, May 19th, science first session 90 minutes, and the second one on Wednesday, May 20th. So the school calendar, upcoming events, Faber STEM Night is in the Faber Gym next week from 5 to 6. I believe that's the 24th. The end of the marking period is approaching next week, and of course, spring break. That we're all excited. So a little review of what's going on in each grade level. I'll start with preschool. So this month in preschool, students engaged in a variety of exciting hands-on learning experiences. In science, they conducted experiments with colors and water, exploring how colors mix and change. They also observed the life cycle of hornworms, gaining a better understanding of how living things grow and develop. Inspired by Michelangelo, students had the opportunity to create their own mural while lying on their backs, just like the famous artist. This activity helped them practice hand-eye coordination in a fun and creative way. Students also learned about Irish culture through music and movement. They created process art by designing leprechaun traps using recycled materials such as boxes, paint, and paper, hoping to catch Faber's leprechaun called Lucky. In math, students practice counting and matching quantities by playing a variety of engaging games, helping to strengthen their number sense. Yeah, preschool is no joke, as Ms. Ramos knows. We do a lot of awesome things down there. Moving on to kindergarten. Kindergarten is learning big things. We just completed our leprechaun traps in hopes of catching the leprechaun. We're getting ready for spring as we explore the warmer weather through nature walks and our spring party on Friday. In math, we're starting to explore shapes and their attributes. In language arts, we're exploring texts, learning digraphs. It's important. And reading. In first grade, they're learning about weather and science. They created their own weather instrument projects. In foundations, they're learning how to read and write words with 5 sounds and with suffix ed and ing endings. We're comparing numbers in math and learning about Women's History Month for social studies. Second grade has a lot going on. They will be doing their Harvest Fest next week on the 25th. So they'll be doing their second harvest of the year, learning about climate change, aquaponics, and hydroponic systems with Drop the Beats Farm next week. We had visits from a therapy dog they wrote about. His name is Falkor, and he's a white German Shepherd that is great with the kids. He visited our MD and LLD classes and our preschoolers, kindergarten, first and second graders. They all got a chance to meet him this year. So for the rest, while finishing the rest of the school year, he's going to meet the rest of the students. Also in second grade, they're moving into their third module of the Arts and Letters program. They'll be focusing on civil rights in America. They'll be reading texts about Martin Luther King Jr. and Ruby Bridges, practicing writing informative and writing pieces. And then they're continuing to read, write, and mark up words in foundations. And they are exploring plants and insects in this period. And we will be concluding by raising butterflies and celebrating with a release party. I remember that well. I taught second grade for 15 years. That was one of the highlights of the year. In third grade, we're wrapping up our immigration unit in Wit and Wisdom, listening and reading stories from immigrants and their journeys to Ellis Island to help prepare for our field trip next month when they go to Ellis Island. In math, we covered a multitude of topics such as area, perimeter, word problems, and we'll be diving into fractions as we move into the fourth marking period. Students did a great job with their Black History Month projects, and we can't wait to see their amazing work on the Women's History Month projects next week. In fourth grade, for ELA, they are ending Module 2, Extreme Settings. Throughout the module, students have focused on essential questions. How does a challenging setting or physical environment change a person? To help answer this question, students have studied different physical environments in fiction and nonfiction texts, i.e. All Summer in a Day, Mountains and Hatchet, some of the stories. Currently, students are finishing reading the novel Hatchet by Gary Paulson. It's a survival story about a 13-year-old Brian Robeson who is stranded in the Canadian wilderness. Do you remember this? After a plane crash, armed only with a hatchet, he learns to build shelter, find food, and create fire, changing from a helpless city kid into a resilient, self-sufficient young man over 54 days. For the end of the module task, students will write their own survival story in the form of a narrative text. Fifth grade ELA, they are also ending Module 2. It was called Wordplay. Throughout this module, students have focused on the essential question, how can writers use wordplay to develop a story's setting and characters? To help answer the question, students studied different paintings, the play Abbott and Costello, that's a classic, and novel Phantom Tollbooth. Currently, students are finishing reading the novel Phantom Tollbooth. Milo is a bored boy who receives a magic toll booth and drives to the kingdom of wisdom. He travels to Dictionopolis, which is the land of words, and Digitopolis, numbers, to rescue Princesses Rhyme and Reason, learning that education is an exciting adventure and life is full of wonder. For the end of the module task, students are developing a character from Abandon Elementary. The character's name is to be based on a wordplay, abandon. Okay. The scene will feature a conversation between Milo and the character that reveals their conflicting ideas about school and learning. It's interesting. Okay, fifth grade math. They're working on geometry, learning how to classify polygons, identifying different kinds of angles, even learning how to use protractors, which is tough at first. In science, this is fourth grade. Fourth graders are continuing to work on their energy, environments, and soils, rocks, and landform units. Fifth grade has done amazing work on learning how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions. Dividing fractions is tricky work, and they have been all-stars through the whole topic. They're now moving on to interpreting and analyzing data and putting it into line plots. In science, fifth graders are working on living systems, mixtures, and solutions, and earth and sun units. Both grades are preparing to take their next Linkit form, and the teachers are looking ahead to make sure the students are prepared for state testing. And just a note that all notices can be found in the virtual backpack and on the website. So lots going on in every grade level. Thank you.
Have any questions?
Questions?
Thank you so much for coming and letting us know what's going on in the classrooms. So we'll call the meeting to order. It's 7:14. So first on our agenda is the approval of the treasurer's report, which you'll see in your packet. Thanks.
All right, thank you, everyone. If you look at the treasurer's report, starting from February, first thing's usually just the storage unit. We have some deposit from the talent show. We made $17.91. I think it was $1,800 total, if I'm not mistaken. But Sunshine Committee, we just took out some cards and some gifts for some of the teachers. We had to pay the holiday bazaar. You'll see we had to pay scholastics. There is the file you'll see there. That's for our tax refund, or to file our taxes. So that's there. Then we just have a bunch of Tricky Tray coffee grams. So you'll see a lot of going in, coming out, some supplies that we bought. And towards the end, you will see that we did make out 2 checks. This was from the talent show. We did pay out we donated, I should say, to the music and the choir department, which was $1,000 each. So that is our budget for the month of February. Does anybody have any questions, concerns? Can I get a motion to approve the treasurer's report? 2 people, anyone? Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
2 people. Your name, please.
Yeah.
Jocelyn.
Sarah.
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 Next, we'll go to the meeting minutes,
Yep.
which Jasmine had typed up. We had sent out ahead of time. There was one typo I wanted to mention to you, but I can't remember where it is now. I should have just texted you when I saw it. And it wasn't anything that was like content-wise.
Oh, okay. Grammar. Anybody have any questions on the minutes from last meeting? No. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes? Nicole and Sarah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so next on our agenda was the update to the bylaws. I was hoping that it would have been copied with everything else, and it was not. Unless we have a copy of it, we won't be able to make a copy. I could text it to anybody who's here if you wanted to take a quick look at it, because it would be a good idea. We were planning on voting on this evening.
If we don't have a copy for people to review, then we should probably just vote on it in the next meeting.
Yeah, either that
I would
or
agree,
it
unless,
takes me a couple minutes. I'd have to log into that's computer, print it out. I have my ID. I can print it out, but it'll take me a couple minutes to do it. Unless you want to leave that to the end.
I think
Leave it till next meeting, huh?
I think we can leave
It's
it.
not, it's not
fine.
an urgent change. No.
We have some new faces, so I'm sorry about
The
that.
next meeting.
And we'll have it printed out and send it out again. So we'll table that until the next meeting. Rebecca, I think the next 3 are yours.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Okay, so it is time for board nominations to figure out who's going to be on the next board for the upcoming year. So I have these little flyers that I made up, and we'll send them out to everybody. If you want to grab a copy and take a look, go for it. There's a QR code on here that'll take you to the nomination form where you can, write down the names of the folks that you would like to see on the board next year. Feel free to nominate yourself. It's a really friendly, passionate group of women, and we're always looking for people to get involved. There are a couple of positions that will be open. So Tracy is moving on to greener pastures. She will not be serving as the VP for grade level oversight next year. So What greener pastures? I mean, like, I don't know, wandering in the woods and having fun and, you know, being all bucolic and stuff. Yes. I didn't say kick the bucket.
That's what you think of. I don't know.
Okay. To other committees and involvements in town, I'm sure. So anyway, so that position is going to be open. We will definitely need someone to take on that role for next year. And I am at the end of my 2-year term, so the co-president spot is also open. And just because, you know, the other folks are happy to stay on the board, that doesn't mean that you can't nominate yourself or someone else for a spot on the board. So, so you can nominate someone for all of the positions if that's what you want to do.
If you're
And-
nominating somebody, please mention to them that you're nominating them so that it's not like a surprise. Just say, you know, hey, I think you'd be really good on the board.
You know, actually,
Nice.
nobody ever had that conversation with me. It is a lovely,
That was a
polite thing
different
to do.
situation.
And I was nominated like 3 times before I actually said yes, and nobody ever was like, "Would you mind?"
If they really
Um,
don't want it, they'll say no. So it
yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah.
You do have to be board,
A PTO
Yeah.
member.
You do need to be a PTO member. So all of the eligibility requirements are listed out here. They're also listed on the nomination form. There are little descriptions of all the positions on the nomination form. So you have all the information you need on the nomination form itself. My phone number is right on here. Just text me or call me if you have any questions about how the nominations work. I'm happy to talk about it. And yeah, I hope people will consider jumping into the pool and getting involved because we do a lot of really cool stuff, and it would be lovely to have broad-based participation. So
Let me just
Anyway.
add too that if there is a position that you're interested in or know somebody that might be interested in, you can contact any one of us to
Mhm.
kind of like explain our position and what we do, so you can kind of get an in-depth of how, you know, we do things. That doesn't mean that's the way you need to do it once you become that person, if you choose to, but just to kind of get a more in-depth rather than just, you know, a couple summary statements, you know, on there. Please feel free. Even, you know,
Yeah.
I'm planning on leaving, so I will tell everybody everything. But somebody who has not declared that they're going to leave, their position they know is still open. So if you're interested, you can quiz them about, you know, what does it really entail and stuff, and then
Yeah.
still nominate yourself or whoever.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, feel free to reach out to any of us. You know.
Most of you guys are my team leaders, so you see my email, so you kind of should know the flow of how things go.
All right. Any questions about nominations? All right. Oh, the other thing I want to mention before I forget, because it's not on the agenda. The bake sale last Friday was a hit. We had a crowd of kids. We raised more than $200 for the families who were displaced by the fire, which was awesome. So we're going to be at the middle school tomorrow. If you have children in the middle school, send them in with a couple of bucks, and you know they can purchase something after they get out. If you've got kids in elementary and you want to pop over to the middle school to buy some snacks, we'll be there for, you know, some period of time after dismissal. We'll probably be there until at least 3:30, 3:45. So if you wanna swing by, you know, especially for the folks who live on that side of town, it wouldn't be that much to swing on by if you want to get some cupcakes or cookies or whatever.
And usually by a little after 3, the parking gets much better. So.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll be back at Faber the following week, the 27th, I think. So those are our bake sales. Hopefully we'll have the same success with the next 2, and that will definitely help to, ease the burden somewhat for these families as they're trying to get back on track. I also know that the Carol Fund is collecting specific items, like clothing or household goods. If you have anything that you think might be useful to those families, I would encourage you to reach out to the Carol Fund. You can get in touch with them pretty easily just on Facebook. If you just, do the search on Facebook for the Carol Fund, it should be the first thing that pops up, and then you can see what kind of help they still need as far as, toasters and sneakers and stuff like that. Okay. So I think that's all I wanted to say about bake sale. There was another note that came out today with the link for the Sign Up Genius. So if you feel inspired to donate any baked goods, there's still time to sign up if you want to do that. And we definitely would appreciate any support you can provide. And then the other thing is the PTO Spirit Store. So we're going to do the same shirts and pajama pants and sweatpants that we did in the fall. We're making those items available again in the spring. The store link is live now. So if you want to go in and order some items, you can do that starting today. We have a flyer that will be going out probably in the next
Few days.
by
the end of those days.
by Monday, I
Yeah.
guess we'll have it. And I'll try to email the link out to everybody, for those of you who want to get a jump on it. Yep, buy your t-shirts and hoodies. And then the last thing for me is the Faber school supplies. So everybody seemed to like the school supply kits we did last year. So we're doing that again. All of the supply kits for all of the grades have now been approved. The link is live. So you can scan this QR code here, and that'll take you to the page where you can order a box for your student. And it's really convenient. It is delivered to the school, and it is in your child's classroom on the first day of school, which is great. I wish I could do something like that for the middle school, but it's only available for elementary, because once they get to middle school and they have different classes with different teachers, it kind of, it's a different system over there. So it doesn't quite work for those kids as well. But it's a great way to cross that item off your list for the elementary kids. The prices are competitive. I've priced out, the different boxes. And for the most part, you're paying about the same as what you would pay at one of the big box stores. You know what I mean? And it is all the name brand stuff. It's like Crayola markers and, Ticonderoga pencils and, the stuff that, is going to last the kids pretty well. So it's a good quality item at a fair price. It's not a fundraiser for PTO. We're selling them at cost. So, it's really just there as a service to you to make your life a little easier, because I know how crazy things get in September when you're trying to, get yourself ready. So that's it for me.
Alrighty, next up, the Vice President's remarks. Heather was not able to make it today. We do have a few things going on. Fifth grade farewell, Jasmine is the committee chair for that. They have been meeting, things are rolling along. If anybody was not aware that Jasmine was the chair and would like to get along and has not heard from her, please reach out. Eighth grade promotion is also, planning is in progress. Heather and Greg Mitchell are chairing that committee. If there are any eighth grade parents who would like to get involved and have not heard from them, please reach out either to the PTO email or to Heather or to Greg. They would be more than happy to have your help. What else? Book fair. We are going to be having another book fair. The plan is for it to be a BOGO one. I know the dates are still a little bit up in the air because of testing. As soon as we get those nailed down, we'll get the information out to you. Teacher appreciation is the first week in May. Just keep an eye out. There should be some emails coming out about that soon. We always need help and donations to appreciate our teachers. Tricky Tray will be in a little bit. Am I forgetting about any other committees? Anything else we've talked about? I'm sorry. Scholarship. Oh, scholarship committee.
I have
Jasmine is also chairing that. We've received the applications from the students. They're going to be reviewed. And I think that the day for interviews is the 20th, April 20th. So the students that are chosen will get notice from us. And we give out 8 $1,000 scholarships. I think that's it also. Yeah. Okay. So Tracy, on to not greener pastures.
Nothing much really going on. This is kind of our quiet time of the year. Emails went out to all the team leaders a couple weeks ago to start planning spring parties. Kindergarten spring party is always the first day of spring, so that's tomorrow. All other grades and classes are that Friday before spring break, so the 27th. Team leaders, if you have not reached out to me with your details of who's donating what, please do so for next week's parties by, I think, like the 23rd, I think I put it. Also, reminder, as Ms. Finn Ross said, that there are field trips coming up. Just a reminder that the teachers pick the chaperones for the field trips, not the team leaders. The teacher, you should have already told your teacher who your PTO class parents are, and they are supposed to pick the chaperones from that list of PTO parents. Also keep in mind, just because you're team leader does not mean you are the automatic chaperone. That is up to the teacher. I know a lot of teachers will put the names in a hat and whoever they pick, if somebody can't, then they move on to the next one. Some teachers will ask you first as the team leader, but it is it's up to the teacher at that point. And I do not need to know who the teacher picks as the chaperones. That's up to the teacher. So I don't need to be emailed about that. And then the only thing after that would be in May is if the 3rd grade is doing their cultural heritage, usually there's volunteers needed. That date is to be determined. I haven't been told that date yet. So I'll reach out to the 3rd grade team leaders once I have that information. And then it would be nothing until the end of the year, June.
Okay, teacher liaisons are next. Do you mind passing?
Oh, yep.
Nothing much to update on our end. Last week, you guys did the fundraiser with the coffees and teas. So I saw them, getting delivered around the building. And I know that definitely was something exciting for teachers to walk into that first day after the time change when it was so desperately needed. And so, little things like that can, just make a long day just a little bit better. So that is definitely always appreciated. Like we've been talking about, the school year is winding down. We're finishing up on the 3rd marking period next week. So especially on the middle school and high school side, we're really working on wrapping up those grades and preparing for 4th marking period, which unfortunately includes a lot of testing, both state testing and end of year exams. I know at the middle school, we're actually going to be splitting up the testing dates more than we have in the past because we found, having a week straight of testing is not getting the results that we want and expect. So at the middle school, we will be doing ELA testing the end of April. And then we will pause for a couple weeks and then do the math dates. That also gives time for the math department to get more content in, whereas ELA is more cyclical. You're working on the same types of skills, main idea, problem and solution over and over again, whereas math is more linear in the concepts you're teaching. So you need to get through a little bit more. So I'm excited about that change on the teacher side. I think it will definitely help staff and students and also increase levels of motivation. I know we also just finished up an iReady incentive at the middle school for students completing lessons on their MyPath. So I think by next week, they should be earning some gift cards again, those that completed 5 ELA and 5 math lessons. And that's definitely exciting. Ms. Caulfield will spin the wheel during lunch class and they get their names called out in front of their peers and they typically get like a McDonald's or Janelle Bagel. So then it's cool too because we're also supporting local businesses as well. I think that's all I have.
Is there any staff member in the middle school that you know that maybe like just had a baby or got married or Anything? Because for the middle school, it's harder for us to get that information from middle school and high school where we have staff here at Faber. So we just don't want to miss anybody.
Yes.
For anything,
So we're kind of in a lull. Like I know
Okay.
sometimes in Faber we have these big baby booms, even when I'm like,
like
Yeah, like now.
like every year.
Like there's something in the water over here. For sure.
So if you find out
Yes.
or you hear about anything, if you could pass that along, because sometimes we find out like after the fact, and we want to make sure we get that staff member something.
And then next we will go to Nicole with fundraising.
All right. Well, I'm glad the coffee grams were so well received again. We had a similar turnout to our last coffee gram in the fall. So hopefully we can continue next year. But I think it's been a fun learning process, and it's always taking suggestions from the teachers too, if there was something else you would prefer in there. That's school appropriate that we can deliver to you on school premises. So, so our next big fundraiser is Tricky Tray. So we are working hard on it. It is May 2nd. Tickets are available for purchase if you have not already done so. What are you waiting for? So for one, there are lots of great prizes. We have tons of stuff already. We are still accepting donations. So if you have anything that is unopened, unexpired, unused, send it our way. You can feel free to reach out to me or any of the board members, and they can reach out to either myself, Tracy, or Nicole to coordinate, drop off, pick up, whatever that may be.
Can I tell my waffle iron story? Please don't send in your used waffle iron in a box and try to pretend that it is new, because that is disgusting. Because nobody wants to open up that box and see little bits of batter caked on your donation.
And it was a freak reason why we said, "Oh, let's open it and look at something."
Yeah, normally we don't open the box.
Normally, obviously, if it's just an appliance box, we don't really investigate it too much. But
I think the box looked a little old.
Well, yeah, I don't
think
remember
that's what it was.
but for some reason we decided to open it, and
Thank God. Yeah, and check the expiration dates on any canned goods or food items.
Yeah,
make
absolutely.
sure they're after May 2nd.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's May 3rd, it's okay. If it's May 1st, not okay.
Eat it that night.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So we did also start putting up some flyers and posters around town in case you haven't already seen them. Nicole does have some extra posters with her tonight. So if you know of anywhere that you would like to hang them up, you're more than welcome to take some. We also have the donation request form to hand out to businesses. So if you are part of a business or an organization or anything that has the ability to donate and you would like to fill out the form to do so or give it to a business, Nicole has those as well.
Or your favorite restaurants out of town, you don't think they know about it.
Yeah.
Bring them up there.
Yeah. That was it, right? Yeah. I think that's it for me. We're excited. So I don't know. Should we? Are we gonna announce the cornhole site?
Oh,
Is it a secret?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the first post.
Yeah.
We were, So, okay, now that we've whispered and made it awkward, right?
I'm excited about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, when we first started talking about Tricky Tray, one of the things that came to mind, as someone who has truly enjoyed being here in Denellen, is just the sense of community, and we do a lot of fun stuff. So I said, I was like, wouldn't it be really cool if we had a really special cornhole set? And so if you know Mr. Roybal and Mr. Shimko over at DHS, they built us a cornhole set They hand painted it. They shellacked it. I literally picked it up today, and I can't stop smiling. They're in the trunk of my car. They look amazing.
Yeah.
So if you see them, just tell them thank you. They donated not only their time, but their talents, the supplies, the materials. So that's like our first big reveal prize. So you guys literally are getting like exclusive sneak peek. I didn't even post it to the event page yet. Which actually leads me to that. If you follow us on social medias, so Instagram, if you look on the bottom of your agenda, they're listed there, Denellen_PTO, as well as on Facebook. Just make sure you follow us. There is an event page for the Tricky Tray. If you have friends that you're like, hey, you might be interested, please share with them. It's a great time. It's an amazing event. It is our biggest fundraiser. So I will be posting that soon as well. By the end of this weekend, I will have that first big reveal that you have the word of mouth reveal first. And the only other thing I was going to mention is also a big thank you to you guys. We are at 65% of our box top goal, which is amazing right now. So we're at like $324.30. So our goal is $500 by the end of the school year. And if you're not used to box tops, all it is an app that you can download on your phone. If you purchase like Cheerios, Go-Gurt, I'm trying to think of the things that I buy, Pillsbury, canned Progresso soups. Yes, El Paso, yeah. There's a whole bunch of supplies. All you literally do is you just take pictures of your grocery receipt. It automatically populates it, and it's money that we then can use to help support our school community. So it's one of those things that run in the background. If you shop at Walmart, you can automatically just link your account to it, and you don't even have to scan anything. It literally, like, you hit pay, and it automatically picks it up, and it posts right to your account. So
you can email the receipts in.
Yeah, you can email the receipts in. So it's very, very easy to use. If you haven't signed up yet, I know Annie sent that out through Parents Square. There is a referral code that if you put in, you get an extra 25 bonus box tops, which is $2.50 for us as well. So look for that. And that's pretty much that. So follow us on social media. If you haven't, share it with your friends. I think that's all I got.
Edit to Tricky Tray real quick. Staff members that are here, get your friends together, get staff tables together. We would love to see not only like the community, but like the staff. There are a handful of staff members already registered, 2 of which have their own like personal tables, like with family and friends, which is great. It's just a fun time, and we would like to shout out that you guys are actually present, and who doesn't want to win prizes? Like, really? So just keep that out there.
Don't forget that for the teachers. It's
Oh,
free
yes.
and- not
Free.
free.
Free
Package,
B. Package B. So you get a free A sheet, a free B sheet, a free C ticket, and a free D ticket if you register.
So you just have to pay the $5 registration to get
All of that.
all of that.
But you might want to pre-sale tickets because they're discounted too. So don't wait until the day of.
When does it close the online registration?
Online the end of April. The
I
20th.
think it's the week before.
Yeah, like the week before.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we usually extend it a couple days if we're not full, but
Unless
the-
we just so happen to sell out.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we're not full, and then if you register and buy extra tickets, the free A sheet ends April 11th.
So with that, I think that we have brought everything up that is on our agenda. Does anyone have anything else that they would like to bring up or ask? Please consider nominating somebody for a spot on the board.
Is that live now, or does it still have to go?
It's going to go.
Oh, no, it's live now.
It's live now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we say they could nominate themselves?
You can nominate yourself.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes.
the form itself is anonymous, so
Yeah.
you can
You are
nominate
allowed to
anybody.
nominate yourself.
Yeah.
I've thought of everything.
And technically, it's anonymous. You could, if you're toying between 2 people, fill out the form twice.
Yeah, we won't know who nominated
nominated it,
anybody,
so.
so you can submit your nomination, secure in the knowledge
Just
that
don't
it's
put my
totally
or Rebecca's
anonymous.
name down.
Oh, you can put my name down, and I'm
Well,
gonna
you
be
can, but
like,
that's just like a
thank
waste of
you.
spot. I'll give
Yeah.
that to- And
No,
don't put my name down for a different position. 'Cause that doesn't work
Yeah.
either.
And nominations are open until our April meeting.
They
And
close right before. our
They close
April.
right before the April meeting.
yeah,
And
the
then
deadline, so the deadline is April 16th. And then at the May 14th meeting, we'll present the candidate slots for, the candidate slate for the next board. If we have more than one person nominated for any position, we'll hold a vote. If we have any empty spots, then, we could take nominations at that May meeting, but that doesn't normally happen.
And in
So.
all seriousness, a vote really is a nice thing to have. And there's nobody on here who would be like, oh, I got voted off. I don't want to do this anymore. PTO. It's a bit
We're
of
here for
work.
the kids.
And it's nice also to just come and help and support, especially when you're familiar with what's going on. And the people on the board are also very, very appreciative of people who have helped and done all the stuff and are kind of set with running things and doing things. So, don't be afraid. A vote is a good thing.
Right.
If
Like, I'm
there's
stepping-
another person nominated,
Right. I'm
Oh, I
stepping
think we
down,
have
but
that
I'm still
problem.
going to be a member. I'm still going to be a co-chair of Tricky Tray next year. Like, when I can
Tricky
do
Tray's
it. Yeah,
Tricky
Tray's
Tray's
my
life.
That's like, right. I love Tricky Trays. But like, or I can jump in and volunteer and help, wherever. So.
it's nice to
I'm
be
so
the one
happy.
doing, but it's also nice to be the one helping, I guess, from the other end, right, Nicole?
Well, you're kidding me. She's still not any less busy that she left us.
I'm sure if she could figure out how to be on the board of that and the PTO board, she'd do it.
She's like, no, I'm good.
We need to
Right? How about a spot on town council too? Come on, go for it.
The triple crown.
That's right.
Hey, that goes with
Hey.
But that's an election. You can't.
I
You have
know.
two elected positions, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, just got to change those laws. All right.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And we will see you at our raffle. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, what are we raffling off?
Alrighty.
A free registration, a free level A.
I'm going to end the
Tricky
live
Tray.
stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Have a good night, and we will see you again on Thursday, April 16th.
Have to make sure they're really mixed. There's a lot in here.
Your
Gotta
stream
make
is
fair.
really
Thank you.